You know what a lot of us are talking about nowadays? Will versus that human will. What's up, guys? Here, looking fresh on a Sunday. But a lot of us are talking about doing that shadow work. What's shadow work? Shadow work is really just sitting down, doing some self-reflection. This is going to be part of your hero's journey where you battle your demons, your inner demons. And basically, you're going to sit down, figure out what's really up with you. Like, take this time to figure out what's bothering you, dismantle those things inside of yourself. Understand. It's like really taking some time to understand yourself. Either something happened to you, understanding that while you might not have been able to do anything because it was going to happen to you, you still have the power to manipulate how it's still affecting you. Because if it's something that's still inside of you that's reoccurring and it triggers like a negative response, yeah, it's trauma at this point, my friend, and you have PTSD. So take some time to sit with yourself and reflect and think of how these things are limiting you. Like, on top of how they limit you, because those shouldn't be your main purpose with that. When you're doing your shadow work, you're dismantling all of your traumas and your experiences that are affecting you negatively, because the traumas are really just like a negative symbol inside of you. So whether it's like the way somebody reacts, or a word, or a certain touch that's now been programmed into you because of what happened to you during that time, or you're going to take this time to either pull the positivity out of it by, figuring out what was the lesson you got from this, forgiving yourself and forgiving the party. But definitely, when you're working on your traumas, you definitely want to forgive yourself, because when you're doing that, that's a form of releasing. You gotta let go of that energy. Forgive yourself. It's like, okay, maybe something happened to you and somebody did something to you that you didn't necessarily care for, and maybe you were young, they were older, and they pretty much had taken advantage of you. Apologize to yourself. It's like, you couldn't have stopped that. Regardless of the circumstances, forgive yourself for something happening to you that caused you harm, because you deserve that love. What you're doing is you're nurturing yourself. You're gonna start putting love back into yourself to heal those situations. You're gonna reflect on it, see what lesson you pull from it. So it's like, when things happen, you want to learn from them. You don't want to keep repeating the same lesson, because if you're not learning from what's already happened to you, it does come back. It's going to be with the same people, and it may get worse. It does get worse. Each time it's going to get worse. And if it doesn't happen with those same people, it's going to, like, with some people, they leave town, they move to another town, whole new start, new me. But if you haven't reflected, taking this time to transmute a lot of your pain, your suffering, your old habits that need to become new things, or things you just need to let go, the same thing's going to happen. You're going to play this script out with a whole new character lineup. And that's no good. But a movie I want to really suggest that my girl had me watch. We watched this shit, this morning, and it had me litty, because it went by the principle of as above, so below. One of the hermetic, one of the 7 hermetic principles. Come on. So, the movie's called, I think it is As Above, So Below. It's actually what it's called. And basically, this movie is like, it shows you the physical manifestation of shadow work. These catacombs, the further they go in, you think of it as yourself going deeper into yourself. And you see all these weird things happening. These are your personal demons that you're resisting. You're not taking them on in order to let that go, so you can have that that sense of peace within. So it's like, the deeper they go into the catacombs, the more crazier the manifestations of what's actually inside of you that's truly bothering you, that needs to be tackled. So I would say watch that movie just so you can see. It's like, okay, because a big part of us and just doing your self-work is having an imagination and being able to sit there, go within your mind, and just play things out. Either you could play a whole scenario and then just change how the ending happens. Doing what you need to heal those traumas, those wounds, those internal wounds. Because once you heal those internal wounds, or at least you allow them to start to congeal, you'll be able to look at situations in a new light. You'll be able to take on challenges with a new form of self-confidence and understanding, so that way those same things do not continue to happen to you. So you stop drawing that type of energy to you, because you finished with it. You let it go. You released it. You learned from it, most importantly. So that way you can keep going on straight. So I definitely recommend that movie. They go into the catacombs in Paris. It's dope. I got so hyped when I was watching. It's like, oh, yes, shadow work. But it like a physical manifestation. It's like somebody's like, what if Carl Jung made a horror movie? As above, so below. Definitely goes into that shadow work. So, I want to say I love you guys. Definitely check out that movie. This is Will versus That Human Will. I want you all to have a blessed day and keep working on yourself. Now, as I like to say for my prayer, as we all come together to defeat the true disease of this world, ignorance. I just want to give out that thanks and gratitude. Thank you for watching. Thanks for coming together. Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing these moments with me. So I'm always open for discussion, just to hear what's on you guys' mind. Maybe if you guys have any techniques you can share in the comments. It's always fun to see different ways that people like to go in internally, do their internal work. Because what's going on in here manifests on the outside. The outside is really just it's a physical show. How you feeling, for real, for real. So if you're at peace, a lot of things will be at peace. Stuff's not gonna bother you like that. So I want to say I love you. I'm sorry I don't have a technique. The best thing I could say is definitely watch that movie. And don't take it just for the entertainment factor. You're gonna use it not to decode, but encode it for yourself, so you can identify which character fits you most, and allow that movie to play out your healing process. Because it gets crazy, but healing can be a little crazy like that. It's just very dramatized, and it's just dope to me that that stuff was physically manifested. Amazing. But have a blessed day. Thank you for everything. I want to thank the ancestors. I want to thank you guys for watching. I want to thank my mother, my grandmother, God. I want to thank my lady for showing me the movie. And I want to tell you guys to have a blessed Sunday. Peace.